Dogs don't speak our language, but they listen more closely than we think. For years, pet owners have believed their dogs understand them, not just commands like sit or stay, but actual words. And now science is catching up to what dog lovers have always felt in their hearts. Dogs really do understand human language, not just the tone, not just the gestures, but actual words. In this video, we're diving deep into 8 specific words your dog likely understands, backed by behavioral research, canine psychology, and real-world testing. These aren't just guesses. These are words proven to trigger recognition, emotion, and even decision-making in dogs. And the truth behind how dogs process language might just change how you talk to your pet forever. Let's start with a surprising fact. Dogs don't just react to sounds, they attach meaning to them. According to a groundbreaking study from Eötvös Loránd University in Hungary, dogs use the same brain region as humans to process words. Researchers used fMRI scans to observe dogs' brains while listening to their owners speak. The scans showed that dogs distinguish between familiar and unfamiliar words, and they respond differently depending on the emotional tone and the word itself. So yes, your dog isn't just reacting to your voice, they're decoding it. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. Dogs don't learn language the way humans do. They don't memorize vocabulary lists or study grammar. Instead, they build associations. They link sounds to outcomes. And over time, certain words become emotionally charged, either with excitement, comfort, or caution. Let's explore 5 of those words. Word number 1, walk. It's the classic trigger word. Say, walk in a house with a dog, and you'll likely see ears perk up, tails wag, and maybe even a sprint to the door. But why does this word hold so much power? It's not just about routine, it's about emotional anticipation. Dogs thrive on patterns. When walk consistently leads to leash time, outdoor smells, and bonding with their human, the word becomes a cue for joy. But here's the twist. Dogs don't just respond to the word, they respond to the emotional energy behind it. If you say walk with excitement, their brain lights up even more. If you say it flatly, they may hesitate. Behavioral psychologist Dr. Stanley Coren explains that dogs can learn up to 165 words, and walk is almost always among the first. But it's not just learned, it's felt. The word becomes a symbol of freedom, stimulation, and connection. And here's something most owners overlook. Overusing the word without following through can dull its impact. If walk becomes a tease, dogs may start ignoring it. So if you want to keep the magic alive, use it with intention. Let it mean what it's supposed to mean. Word number 2, treat, another fan favorite. But treat isn't just about food, it's about reward. Dogs are wired to seek reinforcement. Whether it's a biscuit, a belly rub, or verbal praise, they crave feedback. Treat becomes a shorthand for positive reinforcement, and because it's often paired with excitement, the word itself becomes emotionally charged. But here's where dog psychology gets interesting. Dogs don't just respond to the word treat, they respond to the context. If you say treat while holding a snack, their brain links the word to the object, but if you say treat without delivering, they may look confused or even disappointed. This is where consistency matters. According to canine cognition expert Dr. Brian Hare, dogs learn best when words are paired with predictable outcomes. So if treat always leads to something good, the word becomes a powerful motivator. But if it's used randomly, it loses meaning. And here's a tip for deepening the bond. Use treat not just for snacks, but for praise. Let it mean you did something great. That way, the word becomes a tool for emotional connection, not just a trigger for food. Word number 3, no. Now we enter the realm of boundaries. No is one of the most commonly used words in dog training, but also one of the most misunderstood. Many owners assume dogs know what no means, but in reality, dogs don't understand the concept of wrong. They understand interruption. When you say no, your dog isn't thinking, I made a mistake. They're thinking, something changed. The word becomes a cue for redirection, not guilt. But here's the key: tone matters more than the word itself. A calm no may be ignored, a sharp no grabs attention, and over time, dogs learn that no means stop what you're doing. Dog behaviorist Victoria Stilwell emphasizes that no should always be followed by guidance. If you say no when your dog jumps on the couch, but don't show them where to go instead, the word becomes confusing. Dogs need clarity. No should be paired with a clear alternative, like off or go to bed. And here's a deeper insight: dogs don't respond well to punishment, they respond to structure. So if no becomes a tool for fear, it damages trust. But if it's used as a gentle boundary, it builds understanding. Word number 4, good. This one might seem simple, but it's actually profound. Good is more than praise. It's affirmation. It tells your dog, you're safe, you're doing well. I'm happy with you. Dogs crave approval. Not because they want to please, but because they want to belong. In pack behavior, affirmation builds social bonds, and in human-dog relationships, good becomes a bridge between species. But here's the twist: good works best when it's paired with emotion. A flat good means nothing. A warm, enthusiastic good lights up your dog's brain. Studies show that dogs respond more strongly to praise than to food, especially when the praise comes from someone they trust. And here's something most owners miss: good can be used outside of training. Say it when your dog is resting calmly. Say it when they greet you gently. Let it be a constant thread of connection. That way, the word becomes a source of emotional safety, not just a reward. Word number 5, their name. This might be the most powerful word of all. Your dog's name isn't just a label, it's a call to attention. It's the word that means you. Dogs learn their name through repetition and association, but they also learn it through emotion. When you say their name with love, it becomes a cue for connection. When you say it sharply, it becomes a warning. But here's the deeper truth: your dog's name is their identity in your world. It's how they know they matter. Canine researchers have found that dogs respond more strongly to their name than to any other word, especially when spoken by their primary caregiver. The name becomes a signal of relevance. It tells the dog, this moment is about you. And here's a tip for strengthening the bond: use their name in positive moments. Don't let it become a cue for scolding. Let it be a word of belonging. That way, your dog doesn't just hear their name, they feel it. Word number 6, outside. For many dogs, outside is more than a location. It's liberation. Whether it's a backyard, a park, or just the front porch, the word outside often signals a shift from confinement to exploration. Dogs associate it with fresh air, new smells, and the freedom to move. But what's fascinating is how quickly they learn to differentiate outside from other spatial cues. In homes where outside consistently leads to a door opening, dogs begin to anticipate the action before it happens. Their ears perk up, their body language shifts, and they may even run to the door. This isn't just conditioning, it's predictive behavior. Dogs aren't just reacting, they're forecasting. And here's a deeper layer: outside can also carry emotional weight. For anxious dogs, it might mean relief. For energetic dogs, it's stimulation. And for older dogs, it might be routine and comfort. The word becomes personalized based on the dog's emotional history. To strengthen this association, experts recommend pairing outside with calm energy. If it's always shouted in frustration, say when a dog needs to go out urgently, it can become a stress cue. But if it's spoken gently, it becomes a trusted signal. Word number 7, come. This word is foundational in dog training. but its psychological depth is often underestimated. Come isn't just a command, it's a request for trust. When a dog hears come, they're being asked to leave whatever they're doing and return to their human. That's a vulnerable act, and dogs don't do it unless they feel safe. Behavioral studies show that dogs are more likely to respond to come when it's been positively reinforced. If come always leads to punishment or confinement, dogs may hesitate. But if it leads to praise, affection, or even just eye contact, the word becomes a bond. Dr. Patricia McConnell, a leading expert in animal behavior, emphasizes that come should always be a celebration. When your dog comes to you, reward them, even if they took their time. That way, the word becomes a symbol of connection, not control. And here's a tip for deepening the emotional impact. Use come in everyday moments, not just emergencies. Let it be a gentle invitation. That way, your dog learns that returning to you is always a good choice. Word number 8, ornate, wait. This word taps into impulse control, and dogs are surprisingly good at it. Wait teaches dogs to pause, to hold back, to resist the urge to act, and while it may seem simple, it's actually a sign of advanced cognitive processing. Dogs who understand wait are demonstrating delayed gratification, a skill linked to emotional regulation. In training, wait is often used at doorways, during feeding, or before crossing streets, but its power goes beyond safety. It teaches dogs that patience leads to reward. And over time, the word becomes a cue for self-control. Canine cognition researchers have found that dogs who master wait tend to have stronger bonds with their owners. Why? Because the word requires trust. The dog must believe that something good is coming and that their human will deliver. To reinforce wait, experts recommend using it with clear body language. A raised hand, steady eye contact, and a calm tone all help. And when the dog succeeds, the reward should be immediate. That way, the word becomes a promise, not a punishment. So what does all this mean? It means dogs are listening closely, not just to sounds, but to meaning, to emotion, to intention. They're decoding our words through patterns, tone, and trust. And the more consistent we are, the deeper the understanding becomes. But here's the most important takeaway. Language is a bridge. And every time we speak to our dogs with clarity and care, we strengthen that bridge. We move from commands to conversation, from control to connection. Dogs may not speak English, but they speak emotion. They speak energy. And when we choose our words wisely, they respond in ways that go far beyond obedience. They respond with love. So the next time you say, walk, treat, no, good, or their name, remember, you're not just talking. You're building a relationship, one word at a time. And that, more than anything, is what dogs truly understand. If this video helped you see your dog in a new light, don't forget to hit that like button. It tells the algorithm that empathy matters. And if you want more research-backed insights into dog psychology, behavior, and the emotional bond we share with our pets, subscribe and turn on notifications. We're building a space where pet owners aren't just told what to do, they're taught why it matters. Drop a comment below. What word does your dog respond to most? Let's turn this into a community of stories, not just tips. Because when we understand our dogs better, we don't just train them, we connect with them, and that changes everything.